Melvin Gordon has signed the one-year deal worth $3.1 million with the Baltimore Ravens. And instantly, when I saw the news of this signing on Twitter, I went to the comment section and there were people saying, why would the Ravens sign Melvin Gordon? He's up there in age. He's not really all that great. And they already are pretty loaded at running back. Well, J.K. Dobbins got placed on PUP, player unable to perform. So we don't know how long it's going to take for him to be ready to play this season. So signing Melvin Gordon makes sense for several reasons. The first one being that you was able to get him on a really cheap deal compared to other running backs out there like Dalvin Cook and Ezekiel Elliott and even Leonard Fournette probably all are going to demand more money than what Melvin Gordon just signed for. Plus, Melvin Gordon, he was pretty solid with the Denver Broncos. His problem was just being able to hold on to the football. The Baltimore Ravens, they're one of those franchises that for some reason, they know how to get the most out of guys who you may feel are out of their prime. You want a good example? Devontae Freeman. Yes, Devontae Freeman. You remember when he was snapping for the Atlanta Falcons? Well, he was on the Baltimore Ravens in 2021, and he was going ham. He had over 500 yards. He was averaging over 4 yards per carry, and he was looking really good for the Baltimore Ravens in 2021. And you got to remember that they also on the defensive side had Justin Houston who was snapping, and he's really old. The Ravens are just one of those organizations that knows how to squeeze juice and motivate older players. Melvin Gordon, I think he would be a really good addition to this Ravens offense even when J.K. Dobbins returns, because this is somebody who's going to be a good personality to have in the locker room. You got him on a cheap deal. It's only 3 years, $3.1 million. And you got to remember, another reason why this signing makes a lot of sense is due to the fact that the Ravens normally utilize 3 running backs throughout the season. Last year in 2022, they had J.K. Dobbins, Kenyon Drake, Gus Edwards, and Justice Hill, who all got a significant amount of carries amongst each other. You also have in 2021, not just that they have Devontae Freeman, but they had Latavius Murray to go along with Tyson Williams. And Le'Veon Bell, they also scooped him up. The Ravens are one of those franchises that likes to have a lot of depth at running back because they normally rotate their running backs throughout the season. Or maybe a guy has to step up because somebody ahead of him had an injury. Melvin Gordon, he's going to be in the backfield with Justice Hill. You're going to have Gus Edwards, who is really underrated, averages 5 yards per carry. Then you're going to have a healthy J.K. Dobbins with Melvin Gordon. This is going to be a really good running game that the Ravens could have this season. Even though they are switching offensive coordinators, they bring in Todd Monken. He isn't somebody that's going to run the kind of run schemes that Greg Roman was cooking up, but he still is going to put an emphasis on running the football up the middle, so the Ravens should still be a really good team when it comes to running the football, even though they're going to be a little bit more pass heavy. Melvin Gordon, you're not asking him to be your RB1, you're just asking him to be your RB2 and, you know, split snaps and carries with Gus Edwards until you can figure out the timetable for J.K. Dobbins to return. And when J.K. Dobbins returns, you're still going to be giving Melvin Gordon a little bit of work because you're just one of those teams that just does a great job at being productive and swapping out backs and getting significant production at that position. So for those of you guys who are wondering why the Ravens would sign Melvin Gordon, it's just simply for the fact that this is still somebody who can play at a productive level or at a productive level. He's up there in age, but you get him on a fairly cheap deal for one season. As long as he can hold on to the football, this is somebody who's going to be really good in this system. The Ravens rotate backs. They normally run 3 backs throughout the season. Melvin Gordon, he should get at least 100 carries, and he could end up being somebody who could be a little bit of an underrated pickup for the Ravens. So let me know what you guys are thinking about this signing down in the comment section down below.